We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
First and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these...
And, the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it.
Wilson's pass.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st down, Wilson steps away to his left. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 24. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. Runs through the contact.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Taken down by Bobby Wagner.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a give right side. It's Gibson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now Haskins on first down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
Bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll hand it off. It's Love. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On second down now. It's Gibson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They turn to Love on the handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was taken
tackle made by K.J. Wright.
No gain on the
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
14-yard line.
A Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Mike 50, Mike
3rd
50.
down. Here's Haskins. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Take over 1st down.
No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Buying time to his left. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw again is Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
He'll find Metcalf. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. They go screen pass to Hyde. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Wilson will throw again. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Flushed out right. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Fuller there on the coverage.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Punt for the Seahawks.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now 2nd and 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and...
Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with...
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Washington 0. Michael Dixon.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Washington.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
The 33-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From the gun, it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
So we got man. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Who that?
Out out of the shotgun. Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Dustin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Seahawks.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up. And now they...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun handoff now for Love. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
We got 4. We got 4. Screen. Jump. He's catching his crash.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here we go, G. Slam. Watch the edge. Check 52.
On first down. It's Love, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Now Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, but it's going to be 2nd down.
10 more yards. Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's
in need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on first down. It's Love. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 36, Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Swing. Watch the twist.
Haskins will throw. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Chris Carson.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Seattle.
Now it's Carson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back now at FedEx Field, it's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, Wilson dancing to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-7.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson forced out to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Want to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. On 1st down, it's Love. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 12. Here's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run again with Love on first down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a give, right side. It's Gibson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th down. And they will stop him short of the marker. Well, there is a flag here, but if this is on the offense, and I think it is, they'll obviously decline it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot for Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Washington, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.